And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. And today's starting pitcher, David Peterson. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
The 0-1. Short hop liner, handled it short. Lindor on to first. And a quick out, number 1. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They definitely have a few free swingers in this lineup. Hitters who want to be on the attack, and that's great as long as you got pitches in the zone. But if the pitcher's able to expand the zone, can be very difficult for an offense like this to get going. You've got to somehow draw some walks, put some runners on base so that when you do have those free swingers come up, you can cash in with some runs that are plated.
One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. The pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup to gone. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Bryce Harper. That's misses. Ball 1. Peterson, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. 2 outs, base is empty. That one is upstairs. Lined into right. Marte makes the grab, and that's the inning. Middle of the first, no score. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill, the lefty, Jordan Montgomery. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, bro, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
That one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike. On the ground, right side. Stop over first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Rhys Hoskins.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
Starlin Marte at the plate and takes high there. Montgomery, he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. That's in there, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch. Perfect example right there. A hitter who hits the ball on the outside part of the plate the other way has to trust his hands and let the ball travel a little bit deeper.
So, man aboard. So, up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today.
Glove flip for one, and that's two. Nothing for the Mets in the first. Second inning coming up from Citi Field. 0-0 here on the show.
What you working with, 'cause I got a lot. You can try, but you never really take from me.
Back here in Queens, here's the veteran outfielder, Kyle Schwarber. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. The wind of the pitch. That one misses. Ball one.
One ball, no strikes.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
The lefty fires.
Outside, ball.
Fastball for a strike. It's 2-2. The fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
It's been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Here's a big power threat. Brandon Jordan. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Now a check swing, but he held up.
Plus, just look at his last 10 games. He's been a difference maker for his team, and he's putting runs on the board. That's a great combo.
Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Bill, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other.
2 balls, 1 strike.
It's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
That's outside. And now 3-1. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down to the zone consistently. I don't think you really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Alec Bohm, the next to hit. This is again 5 in a row. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, home to second, and he's out. And now the lefty. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Center field. Taylor moving under it. Hauls it in to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
Montgomery back to work. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. And here it comes. On the ground, right side. Harper takes it to the bag and quickly one away in the second.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Anderson.
Here's Tim Anderson. Fires to first on the run. And they take care of Anderson for the out.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Rhys Hoskins at the plate now. That's ball 1. Second inning here, no score. That's a strike, and the count even at 1.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
So now 1-2 to Rhys. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two outs. On the ground to the left. Turner throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mets go down quickly. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And now it is JT Realmuto as the lefty gets to work. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. Fastball for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
James Wood stands in for the Phillies.
He really needs to start making more contact, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
That pitch in for a strike. 1-1. Realmuto aboard here at first with nobody out. To the right side. Lindor, that's one. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. That one almost got him. Top of the third, no score. Clips the corner. In the air, left field. Nimmo running hard to get it. Long run, nice grab. And that is that. Home half of the third coming up. No score. as we go to the last of the third. Leading off, Jordan Westburg. And a pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
It's 0-1.
And a pitch. And that's downstairs and outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Swings and misses. 1-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
That's outside. Now 2-2. That one down the line. Boom. Goes out to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. So up next, Tyrone Taylor. That one's in there, 0-1. And that's outside. 1 out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2.
Got him looking. 2 out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
The catcher.
Here's Jose Trevino. That's the outside corner with that one. On the ground, Turner tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing across here this half. 3 innings complete. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. This is Bryson Stott. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the 1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The other way, and there's a base hit, so a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop,
Trey Turner at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one fouled off. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Now snap throw to first. Stop, back in on a dive.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The shortstop takes the ball.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
On the strike, the pitch.
That's the ball. 2-1.
Stop on at first. Nobody out. Bounce to the right side. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Two consecutive base hits for this team. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And now here is Harper. 0 for 1 so far. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot. There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
At the belt and fires.
No,
and
that's
ball
out.
1. First and second here, no outs. Ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit. Stop, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off line, and he scores.
Big RBI for him right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and second, no outs. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1. That misses the zone.
That's a ball.
And that is ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And
That's
there's
a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Sizes this one up. He's got it. And there's one away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but
Now
a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
Stepping in the long ball threat, Brandon Jordan walked his first time. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. And that skips into dirt.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2 the count.
And delivers outside.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
1 run across in the frame so far here in the second game of the series. Got it, looking for the K.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
So 2 down now, and here is Alec Bohm. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And the first offering is not close. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two on, 2 outs. And a foul ball. The pitch. In the air out towards right center. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Yeah, okay, you asked for it. About to go Nostrand Ave on them. I'm from that bully where bullies were quick to...
Back here in Citi Field, here's Nico Horner. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Right through there for a strike.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. This one popped up. And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I could see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
The Phillies leading by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-1. Turner. 1 and second. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, he made the decision to try to take it himself at second and then throw for the double play over to first base, but good hustle down the line. It's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. He's 0 for 1. Outside low,
that's the ball.
and that's ball 1. Line drive. Dive in. He gets down. Could be extra bases. Around second is Marte. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and whipped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So 2 is calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Designated hitter.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Jim Anderson up now for the Mets. Gold opportunity right here. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
No
At
ball.
the dish,
1 strike.
looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
Marte on third. Nimmo at second. Lindor over at first with 1 away. That one finds the corner. And it's 0-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Here's the 0-2. And that's down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one the other way. Well, they almost caught it, but he's back in time.
A perfect result for the defense. A line drive out that doesn't score a run. And it takes away the opportunity for that sacrifice fly. You can't ask for much more. That's the outcome they want.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Rounded out his first time. Hoskins pushes a foul. Two outs.
That missed. That's the ball.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Kicks and fires. And another ball. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it's just foul. That was close. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the speedy catcher, JT Realmuto. The wind to kick the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss.
0-2.
The wind of the pitch. Up the middle. And that chance handled. Now a jump throw. And Realmuto is up.
Showing us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. It's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand. But what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets. And it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
And here is James Wood. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Near the fence. Dealing for the wall. Makes the catch in foul ground.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Two outs, base is empty. Jose Siri now at the plate. And that's in for a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
In the dirt, and the count 1-2. And that's in the dirt. Tap back to the mound. Fires over to Hoskins. And the Phillies are set down in order. 3 up, 3 down for them there. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Queens. And stepping in is the speedy Jordan Westburg. And he deals. Strike 1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And that one is inside. Kicks and deals.
2-2.
Bounce to the left side. They go 5-3 for the first out as the third baseman makes the play from the shortstop spot in the shed. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike. That's in there. And the count is 0-2. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Field 2. And that's outside.
1-2.
One down, base is empty. And a pop-off, right side, foul territory. Squeezes it, 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Jose Trevino up now for the Mets. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Just missed. Just missed.
Ball. 2 balls,
2
no
down,
strike.
nobody on. Here in the second game of the series. And
That's
another
ball.
ball.
3-0.
Nico Horner to bat next. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here.
Yeehaw.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Ripped on a line. Siri pulls it in on the run. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
Structure of society. We build this economy. Saving through atrocity.
Top of the 6th inning. Now here is Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott.
As he turns on the rubber, with that good live arm delivers. And that one lifted in the air center field. Taylor moving under it. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Here's Trey Turner. 1 for 2. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, no strikes.
And that one clips the corner.
1-1.
And a pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's Harper now.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Here.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. Two down, nobody on. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. So they go quietly there. Top of the order, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mets nothing.
Involved in God, not television. According to his purpose, not somebody.
Bottom of the inning. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Nico.
Second base.
And a pitch. Ball 1
and
there.
out.
That one ripped. And that's a fair ball. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
He was all over that one. Solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but he was more than ready to get that bat through the zone. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for the Mets, Starling Marte. There's a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Here comes a pitch. And
Ball.
takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2
With
strikes.
the tying run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. That
Ball.
misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the lefty on the ground right side. Stop. Throws to first in time. Marte retired.
The left fielder, number 9.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boone, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Splits the plate. That's strike 1. Missing low. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, he knows
1-2.
they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to
That's the
expand the
ball.
zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
The pitch. Line drive. Snags it for the second out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't
shortstop.
produce a hit, but
Fred
he made
Lindor.
solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. So right-handed slugger at the plate. Chrissy is surprised that the lefty is still in there.
Extremely. I mean, you've got arms down in the bullpen, and there's somebody down there that can match up, trying to get out of this jam.
There's a strike. Corner on third with 2 out. Now it's Belky. Deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. A gigantic blast. And they had a pair. It's 2-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 2 down, Tim Anderson up now for the Mets. And
No, that's
the pitch
down.
a little
Ball.
bit low, ball 1. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Kane and Middleton appears to be getting loose. Soto getting cranked up as well. The pitch. Strike to Anderson.
1-2 is the count.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Breaking down the young and what I owed him. Trying to fit into an aura that I'm molded. Off the mold, break the cycle of who.
New inning getting started. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber. Peterson back to work.
Well, after putting
That's
up a
the ball.
nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And fouled off. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his mind. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
So digging in, Brandon Jordan. Swings and lines one towards the gap, and that should be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, tag, and he's safe. It's a hustle double.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. David Peterson done for the night, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Phil Bickford.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
1 out, runner at second. Down the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
That
That's
one
a ball.
missed with a single base
1-0.
runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. So the tying run at second. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Righty delivers. And another ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Billy, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and we're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Right through there for a strike. Two outs and one in scoring position. Next offer in there for a strike. And that's strike two.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And ball one.
One ball, two strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And the right-hander deals. That misses the zone. 2-2. Runner at second. Two down. Got him looking. Called strike three on a fastball up in the zone. One left for Philadelphia. They're down 2-1. Back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Caden Middleton.
He's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Reese Hoskins up down for the Mets.
The first baseman.
Middleton, 31 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2013. The pitch. That one catches the zone. Strike one.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent.
Throw sails over his head at first.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
And at first, Jordan Westburg up now for the Mets. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Now 1-1.
1-1.
And this is inside. That's
3-1.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And the righty deals. On the inside corner for a strike.
Full count.
On the ground, 2 ball. Turner to second, pulls him off the bag.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. And a foul ball.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And a pitch.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1.
No.
Over to first, safe.
Now
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong accurate ball. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Jose Trevino up now for the Mets. This one in the air, right field. Coming on. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Tyler Duffy.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
So the lineup flips over. Next to hit, Nico Horner. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure where their clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. And the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. He powers that one out of here. And they add to the lead. It's 5-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives gets one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation ball down the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Here's Starling Marte. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Fastball for a strike. 0-2. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and they're...
0-2 now. That's down and in.
1-2.
He goes down looking. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 5-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
This is what I'm made for. Every single moment that I'm living, I can feel it on the stage floor. You don't know the half of what I've given to make it up to this level every.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Brooks Raley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
James Wood stands in for the Phillies.
The designated hitter.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
The wind of the pitch. And there's the strike. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Movement in the bullpen. Miguel Castro getting loose out there. Edwards warming up as well. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Yeah, I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Back to the mound. He's got it. Over to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jose Siri.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Slings it across. And a couple of quick outs.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
The second baseman, Bryson.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And now Bryson Stott, 1 for 3. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
And a good eye there.
That's a ball. 2-0.
Left-hand hitter waits. On the ground, right side. Corner over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. They're down here 5-1.
I do it all. If we ain't talking money, we ain't talking. It's the game. And yeah,
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Gregory Soto.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
No left field.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And the pitch. Top of the zone for a called strike. Soto, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Turner with the throw to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He dives, but can't hang on. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the top. Those always feel good.
Tim Anderson will hit next. And that drops in for a strike. Man at first, 1 away. Lindor on the move. On the ground out to short. So they take care of Anderson for the out.
Now having the first baseman, Reese Hoskins.
So up next, Reese Hoskins. In there at the knees for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase
1-2
if you look down in that area.
And another ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Off the plate, and the count's full.
Count is full.
Lindor at second with 2 down. Hard hit left side. What a
He's out of
play.
there.
Inning over. Mets strand one. They're up 5-1.
I don't think you understand, I'm on my way.
Back here at Citi Field. All set to start the ninth in this one. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Turner. Raley back to work. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The first baseman, number 3.
He's 2 outs away. Here's Bryce Harper.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
One down, base is empty. Oh, great stop. The throw. And they cut the out.
Just love watching this guy do everything. Swing the bat and make great defensive plays just like that. Remember, he won all the job in 2016. You know this guy's the real deal defensively.
Last chance for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Ball 1, no strikes. There's a strike at the knees.
1-1.
And that's outside. 2 outs.
That's a ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
They're down to their final strike.
This guy's sink has so much drop on it. It's almost like a split finger fastball instead of just weak contact and ball.
Ground ball, and this should do it. On the first, ball game. And the Mets take the first 2 games of this series.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding